Why does the average Indian corporate employee retire at 52.9 years? Yet when surveyed, most professionals want to work until age 73.4. That creates an unseen 20-year income void right in the middle of life. Many dedicated workers end up taking survival jobs just to pay monthly bills. What if hard work alone is not the answer to bridging this gap? In 2024, millions of middle-class Indians work 12 hours every single day. Yet sincere effort cannot bridge a systemic flaw in active salary rules. As legendary leader Ratan Tata noted, decisions define long-term destiny. Relying purely on monthly paychecks locks your family into endless risk. The real problem lies in the structural caps built into every job. Every corporate salary in India is capped by time, age, and personal health. Because you cannot sell more than 12 billing hours in a single day. That is why trading hours for rupees eventually hits a strict mathematical limit. Without another income engine, your lifetime earnings remain strictly locked. So what happens to the hours you fail to sell today? A kirana store can store physical goods on shelves for tomorrow morning. Unsold labor hours, however, vanish completely at midnight without trace. If you do not bill your time today, that potential income is lost forever. Your daily energy is a perishable resource that resets every morning. And the corporate clock moves faster than most professionals realize. Nearly 15.2% of Indian professionals leave primary corporate roles in their 40s. Average tenure at a main employer spans just 17 years and 6 months. Re-entering the job market at full salary becomes difficult after age 45. Company restructuring can eliminate senior roles without any prior warning. Yet job loss is not even the most sudden threat to household stability. Over 22.4% of career exits in India stem directly from medical emergencies. Another 14.7% leave workforce commitments to manage urgent elder family care. Combined, non-voluntary reasons account for over 60% of sudden job exits. When health pauses work, single-income Indian families face immediate disruption. This brings us to the two fundamental wealth doors of financial reality. Door number 1 is active labor, where you trade time for monthly salary. Door number 2 is capital income, where assets produce dividends and yield. Schools train us for 16 years on how to walk through door number 1. Yet true wealth generation happens exclusively behind door number 2. Notice how Indian tax codes treat these two doors very differently. Data shows top 10% equity owners collect over 91% of total Indian dividends. Mukesh Ambani built Reliance by relentlessly compounding capital over labor. Active salaries face progressive tax slabs rising up to 30% plus surcharges. Capital growth benefits from specific concessional tax structures and offsets. How do we define true freedom inside this economic system? Financial freedom is reached when passive asset yield exceeds monthly living costs. It is not about flexing luxury cars or abandoning productive daily work. It means your ongoing lifestyle no longer depends on a boss's signature. If you have better financial insights, please share in the comments, like, and subscribe. Yet most Indian households lock their entire net worth in one asset. Over 75.8% of average Indian household wealth remains tied up in real estate. A self-occupied flat in Mumbai or Delhi generates zero monthly cash inflows. Instead, it demands ongoing maintenance fees, property taxes, and EMI payments. High asset evaluation on paper leaves families cash poor during retirement years. What about the remaining money sitting inside traditional bank accounts? Nearly 87.3% of conservative Indian savers place excess cash in bank fixed deposits. Because nominal principal appears completely safe inside institutional bank vaults. That is why real post-tax FD returns lag behind true consumer price inflation. Silent price inflation erodes real purchasing power quietly over 30 years. So how do we calculate our exact target freedom number? Multiply your target annual family living expenses by 25 to find freedom. If your household requires 10 lakh rupees yearly, your target corpus is 2.5 crore. Withdrawing 4% annually historically preserves capital corpus over decades. Seeing a multi-crore target often overwhelms young working professionals. Fortunately, financial independence acts like a multi-stage dial. Building a 50 lakh corpus covers basic utility bills and annual insurance. Reaching 1 crore grants leverage to decline toxic corporate work environments. Partial milestones buy peace of mind long before reaching full target wealth. You gain career negotiation power gradually as asset reserves grow larger. What force accelerates this wealth building process over time? Investing 10,000 rupees monthly at 12% compounding yields 3.5 crores in 30 years. Delaying starting by just 10 years cuts that final corpus by over 60%. Starting at age 25 requires far less capital than starting late at 35. The length of your investment horizon matters far more than monthly amounts. Which Indian tax-sheltered accounts protect this growth best? The Public Provident Fund offers government-backed tax-free EE status returns. National Pension System adds tax deductions under Section 80C(1)(b). ELSS mutual funds combine equity growth potential with Section 80C benefits. Using government tax shelters lets compounding work without annual tax drag. How do smart investors survive sudden market downturns? The Nifty 50 index routinely experiences sharp 15% temporary market corrections. Panic selling during market dips converts temporary paper drops into real losses. Historical data shows top Indian companies rebound over long rolling periods. Maintaining emotional discipline during swings determines actual investor success. Where does initial capital for equity investing come from? Your corporate job salary serves as the essential seed engine for capital. Do not quit active employment prematurely without establishing cash flow. Maximize active monthly earnings while systematically channeling surplus into assets. Earned salary feeds the compounding snow machine during initial years. Here is the exact 5-step execution plan for Indian earners. Step 1 is tracking monthly household cash outflows across major categories. Step 2 requires building a 6-month liquid emergency fund in liquid funds. Step 3 demands clearing high-interest personal loans and credit cards. Step 4 allocates capital into tax-efficient PPF and equity mutual funds. Step 5 automates this entire process through monthly bank instructions. Schedule automated SIP debits for the day immediately following monthly salary. Relying on daily human willpower leads to discretionary lifestyle spending inflation. Save first through automated systems, then spend whatever remains afterward. Quiet automated systems build generational wealth without emotional stress. That is why automated systems quietly compound wealth over decades. Money management is not about accumulating status symbols or luxury goods. It is about buying back sovereignty over your personal daily schedule. Crossing door number 2 gives your family lasting security and dignity. Start building your automated capital engine today, step by step. Will your money work for you, or will you work for money forever?